Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversation. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
Don't see what's yours for the taking tonight. Ooh, show me your soul, baby. I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Can't you see it's way past time? How expensive do I have to be? I mean, I spell it out before you get it, baby. Show me your soul, and honey, I'll show you. I'll show you.
Ooh, I was rushing. I'm not kidding. Not Russian like the country. I was Russian. Hey, have you ever seen a black Russian or only had one in a bar? Anyway, ringing the bell of purpose. Well, I'm just saying, are there black people in Russia? Somebody put in the comments. I don't know where that came from. Senior moment. Welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. I will be speed talking today, like Six on Blossom used to talk. Remember that show way back in the olden days? Really fast because I don't want to waste a second today because we have a goal. We have a goal today. We are raising money for a worthy cause, a charity that I am totally for, in support of, Gays in Space. And why is that so important? You think it's just a bunch of people playing Star Trek and going and partying? No, it isn't. No, it isn't. I thought about this long and hard last night getting ready for today's show. And the only thing that I can really say as far as why it means so much to me is because when you hear what I'm going to show you here in a second, something that DEEVY shared with me about why this became so important to him. It made perfect sense to me because I remember when I was like, I don't know, maybe 6 years old or something, and I saw the movie Sounder. And for the very first time, you know, it was with Cicely Tyson. And for the very first time, I was like, huh, I didn't know there were little black boy slaves. Because when I saw movies with slaves and stuff, the movie was really back then, before Sounder with and Roots and things like that. it was always about the big house. You know, we didn't have parts. We didn't get to go into the shack and really learn, except they were getting raped or beaten, you see. So, but in Sounder, I got to see through the eyes of a little black boy from a different era, hear about the challenges that some were still the same for me. And so it resonated with me when Dan DEEVY told me about this. Take a look.
Because he said that there are people who said the reason you've never seen a gay person in Star Trek is because it's been cured by the 24th century. You know, like there's no cancer in the 24th century. So obviously there would be no gays in the 24th century. And just like you, breath gone. Up until that moment, I thought what I was doing with Gays in Space was fun, was reassuring. I didn't think it was essential. When he told me that, that's when it became essential.
Okay. Hi, Dan DEEVY. Welcome to the show. I didn't even play the little countdown clock. I'm not trying to waste any time today. We need everybody right now. Go ahead while you introduce yourself, and while you're doing that, I'm going to start popping some stuff up on the screen so we can get going today and get this money in here. Okay, Dan DEEVY, it's all yours.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Lauren. Good morning. It's so great to be back here with you. We may have a special surprise guest, little Miss Trixie. My partner is on a trip. He's at his brother's wedding, but I'm here just me and Trixie, so she may be popping in every now and then. But yeah, thank you so much for having me back and for all of your help promoting Gays in Space and all of the events that we have happening in Las Vegas next month. It has been incredibly fulfilling and inspiring for me to have seen how committed you've become to helping us, to supporting us, because you really get it. You understand why this is an important thing and this is an essential thing. Exactly like you said. If you, as a kid or even as an adult, if you are not seeing yourself reflected in the media that you're consuming, that has an emotional impact on you. And when there is no one on screen that is like you, you feel completely separate, completely other. And that's a lonely, scary place to be, especially in today's world where, you know, the breath from somebody crossing you within, 2 feet could be deadly to you. Like, life is terrifying. It's terrifying enough when you try to unwind, relax, enjoy some entertainment, and then you're not there. And the world is telling you that you're not there because, one, you're not that important, and in the terms of science fiction, and two, maybe you're all dead by then.
Right.
And it's just, I just think that's an awful thing. And so that's why I started Gays in Space to celebrate the fact that they finally had gay characters. After 50 plus years of this franchise, there were finally gay characters. That's why we threw the first party. And then, as I said in that clip, Rod Roddenberry told me this story about someone from the middle of the country, the Red Staters, and that was their postulation as to why there were never any gay people in Star Trek. And as soon as I heard that, I said, you know what? This is fun, but we really need to do this now. And we need to keep it going. So once again, thank you so much for.
Hey, thank you, because you helped remove some of the cataracts off my own eyes about so many different things. It got me thinking. I was like, I wonder if this crosses over into like nursery rhymes, children's stories, things like that. Because now, and my husband is a therapist, and he is one of the top transgender counselors, therapists in this state. And so, he tells me, without mentioning names or anything, because, I'm surprised he hasn't put a fallout shelter to work out of in the yard, because he's so, go outside, I need to make a call, the privacy thing, and I get it. But children as early as 6 and 7 years old identifying as something other than what they were born as, all these different things. And we're losing so many young people because there's no validation in the places where it matters the most. Thank God for so many wonderful parents and family members who are now embracing, but that wasn't always the case either. So, and then we have the whole thing about people of color, not having, if people, we can't even tell it in our neighborhood and stay there and this and the other in our family. So we just need to do better. So I'm so grateful to you. Now, Dan, let's get started. Let's tell everybody how this works this morning. You go ahead and, okay, I guess I'll go first. Here's what I'm offering today, you guys, for donations. Now, first of all, Gays in Space is a 501. So that means that any donation you make, they will provide you with an in-kind receipt so that you can take that off, claim that on your taxes. So in addition to that perk, here's what we're going to do from the Bathrobe Moments portal. For a $50 donation, okay, you're going to receive, I know some people are probably saying, you ought to be paying me to take that. My album, Turn It Around, and also a signed copy will be coming to you along with this CD of the current Shift magazine, okay? Because I am the first openly gay male to ever grace the cover and the first Black man to grace the cover. So get yours now before you have to go to the Smithsonian one day to see it under glass there. And I mean that, and I'm gonna hit the bell of purpose. Okay, I'm claiming it. Go ahead, Dan.
Speaking of, the importance of being seen and representation in media. Hello, when you shared that, I just thought, wow, like this is so a Gays in Space type thing that we just fit, I think, so well together. And when I saw that cover, I was so happy for you. That's really awesome.
I'm going to tell you something. When I looked at that, honest to goodness, y'all, when I looked at that, when they sent it to me to sign off on it, the first thing I thought of when I looked at my face and I saw all the faces of the little, back then my name was Larry because I didn't know I was Lauren yet, who had to run home because he was being chased because he was a sissy, who had to, pretend like he was into models instead of really wanting to get home to his little easy bake oven, all those little things, and I just said, if I can save that pain from one child, even one adult, I want to do it. So I'm glad we're here. So there you go. CD, signed copy of Shift magazine for a $50 donation, plus you get the in-kind receipt. For a $100 donation, you get both of those things. Plus, Gays in Space will send you some of their new merch, the Gays in Space t-shirts, and a book bundle will come with it. So you get the CD, the magazine, t-shirt, and a book bundle. And now, this is where it gets really good. $500 donation. In spring of 2022, the next Power of We Symposium is going to be staged at the Stan Mansion again here in Chicago. A lot of you know about it, Misfit Nation. You know about it. Many of you have been there and at the one in Atlanta. This one's going to be even bigger and better. And for a $500 donation, we're going to gift you 4 adult tickets for the Power of We Symposium, full access passes. We always have like a a ball at night, a masquerade thing at night. And, we had Pia Renee performed at the last one, good friend of mine. And she was just on the last episode of, or whatever you call it, of The Voice. She was on John Legend's team. So this year in 2022, we're going to have Teresa Griffin there. So also, you have a choice. So you can take that, or you can get for a $500 donation. Now, listen up. If you're looking for great coaching, I'm just saying, I know some of my people are on here watching today, some of the LMH coaching rock stars. We have changed each other's lives together, working together. I'm just showing this because this is what it goes for. I'm just saying. And there are people here. My coaching package is $7,500 for 12 one-hour sessions. Today, I am offering 10 one-hour coaching sessions, which comes with each week a 15-minute fast action call if you need it, all for the low price of $500. So a $500 donation, you get to write off on your taxes. You can have 10 one-hour sessions with me, how to take your life from bright to brighter, great to greater, strong to stronger. And you can take nice to nicer. And there's a whole bunch of more in there, but we don't have time. So that's what we're doing. And everything above $50, Gays in Space is also throwing in some of their merch. Okay, so let's show the promo that we just it's being revealed here today for the very first time. A little taste, and this doesn't even scratch the surface because I know I'm on the docket. Y'all don't want to miss this. We love Vegas anyway, but I have never gone to Vegas where I was going to be in presidential suites and all this stuff. So celebrities everywhere. Take a look. Okay, yay! Listen, I'm feeling generous. So here's what we're gonna do. I am going to leave this offer, everything you heard on here today, in effect all day long. Matter of fact, I'm all the way until midnight Central Standard Time today. Anybody who collects, or anything that Dan and his people collect today as a result of our efforts here this morning will be honored. Then next week, I'm going to keep it going. I'm doing it all the way up until the day we leave for Vegas, and probably even after that, because the need doesn't end when the party has finished. So, and Dan, speaking of parties, tell everybody, we saw in there that there's 4 days, actually almost a full week of things going on. Take us from the rooter to the tutor.
Absolutely. So this year, this is our 5th year in a row, minus 2020 because it didn't happen, going to the biggest Star Trek convention in the country of the year. It's at the Rio Hotel. Oh, see, I told you Trixie was going to make an appearance.
Hi, Trixie.
And so we are there. It is the week of August 9th, Monday. We begin on Tuesday the 10th. Tuesday the 10th, we are going to be hosting a VIP reception in the Gays in Space penthouse suite in the Rio, which we have reserved for Tuesday night through Friday night. Every night, there's going to be a differently themed party in the penthouse suite. The first night, we have our Welcome Back to In Real Life events celebration. And all of these parties are going to have live Trek-inspired musical performances. They're going to have all sorts of Trek trivia, games. They're going to have surprise celebrity guests are going to pop in. There are going to be very cool exclusive photo ops that people will be able to do. And we will be debuting the newest, greatest beverage in the galaxy, the Trans Warp Core Breach, that has a little extra ingredient in it than a regular Warp Core Breach. This is what makes it bigger, faster, better, is the Trans Warp Core Breach. Red Bull. Red Bull was like, Gays in Space, we like what you're doing. Like this idea, we're sending you everything you need. You're going to make these, and this will be the premiere of the Trans Warp Core Breach.
Wow.
So those will be available, open bar the first hour every night.
Wow.
It's going to be...
I had to put some bass in that. Wow.
Yeah. It's going to be...
I'll be there like
great.
8 hours early. Just to make sure I'm in the front of the line. With a hose, just pour it in. Yeah. Yeah.
And then, okay, so that's the Welcome Back Party Tuesday. Wednesday night is Play It Again, Vic, which is a night where the suite has a baby grand piano in it. and we're going to have a very talented pianist join us, and we'll be playing all night. People will be singing along. Thursday night, we have Party on the Lower Decks, which is a night dedicated to the cartoon Star Trek Lower Decks, which is one of the newest shows, and it's hilarious and wonderful and the purest new Star Trek that we've seen. And so that night we have people cosplaying as the animated characters. We have, the unique photo ops are going to be on the animated ship. Lots and lots of really cool things. Plus, our main musical act for the finale party on Saturday is Aurelio Voltaire, the man who created the album Bitrektual. If you have not heard it, if you don't know him, you have to check it out because as a Star Trek fan, this man is one, an incredibly talented, brilliant musician, but two, he knows as much about Trek as I think I do, which is too much. And so the songs he comes up with are brilliant, absolutely brilliant. He was one of our lead performers the last year that we did the party, so he's back. And on Thursday night, he's going to do a few acoustic numbers from that album in the Penthouse Suite. Then we get to Friday night. Now, Friday night is going to be really amazing because Friday night is the Gaze in Space Gratitude Festival based on the Bajoran Gratitude Festival from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. One very important difference.
Season 3, episode 10.
Oh, yeah, yes. If you haven't checked it out recently, the episode is called Fascination.
Yep.
Check that out. So two big differences. One, during the Bajoran Gratitude Festival, you write down on these scrolls basically the problems you've dealt with, the hardships that you've dealt with the previous year, things you might have overcome or not quite yet overcome that you're struggling with. And you write them down, and then you put these scrolls into a pyre, and they burn. The idea being, be grateful for everything, including the hardships that brought you to where you are now, and hopefully in the year following, those problems will be gone.
Well, I know exactly what kind of scroll I'm bringing. I'll start with the credit card bill from Citi. So I'm like, look, I'm not kidding. I printed it, and I'm going to write all my stuff on the back and burn it all. Burn it all. I am. Right.
Already making it your own. I love it.
Citi went bankrupt, and everything's been forgiven. Great. You see, I know. I can dream. So, okay, somewhere. So, and what's another thing about Friday night that they need to know?
So the other thing is that I think we have a new presider of ceremonies. On the show, it was Kira, Major Kira, Nana Visitor, but at our version, I think you're the presider, right, Lauren? Am I right?
My goodness.
Are you going to be presiding as a Bajoran?
I am. And let me tell you all, don't be too quick to say, I'm not Star Trekkie. I'm not a Trekkie. I was on the phone with Teresa Griffin yesterday getting hooked up with her seamstress that does all of her stage outfits, and sent some pictures that you sent me, and ordered some stuff to go with it. Watch. And I get to have a Bajoran nose. Yep. A real one. A makeup person's going to do it. I can't wait.
Yep.
I cannot wait.
And you'll have the unique rainbow Bajoran earring that my partner's mom had made for her. She made a dozen individually by hand. And so that's definitely something that will pop out at the convention. So Friday night is going to be really, really amazing. Oh, we also have, I love that we have so many great things happening that I almost forgot one. We have Cameron Ross, who is a gay country singer who was on America's Got Talent, and he is phenomenal.
He is.
And he's coming by, and he's going to perform, I think, 2 songs. So many wonderful people are jumping in, and you never know who's going to show up to a Gaze in Space party.
That's right.
we had, like you saw in those clips, the year we had Anthony Rapp and Wilson Cruz from Star Trek Discovery. You know, we've had so many of the actors that have come by, and because they, like we, said it's about time when suddenly there were finally gay people in Star Trek. And Bob Picardo once told me, because I said to people at one of our much smaller gatherings, it was probably maybe only about 20, 25 people, and this was in Parsippany, New Jersey. And I said to everyone who was there, I said, you know, the great thing about these guys, they never ask me, all right, Dan, but how many people are going to be there? Like, is this going to be worth my time? And never a question. They are just so committed to showing their love for us the way that we want to show ours for them.
Right.
And then Bob got on the stage after. He said, yeah, what Dan said was very eloquent and very nice, but also he doesn't seem to realize he throws a really good party.
I was going to say,
really have fun.
Look, quit playing out there. Y'all already know. And if you don't, you need to. Okay. Y'all know the best clubs, the gay clubs. Y'all already know it. And you know, when you come to our houses for parties, we hold nothing back at all. I know it. Our place is the spot here in Chicago. It really is. And we have a whole bunch of brand new outdoor lighting that we put in yesterday for the one party we're going to have this summer because we're so busy. But that's because it's just so nice to come together. Now, before we get into the intricate details of Saturday night, where everything leads to, we're going to give you guys, and listen, if you guys have donated during this hour, drop I donated in the comments, okay? We want to start the tracking right now. Now, while you're getting your card out, because I know you're going to hit the hyperlinks that are in your comments and get over, listen, it doesn't matter what you have to offer. It is appreciated. Yes, the package gifts started at $50, but if you have 50 cents, if you have $1, if you have $5, this is a modern day Stone Soup story where no matter what you got, we don't care if you've got a pen full of chickens to bring or you've just got the pots and peas used to live in. Bring it all. We'll eat the chickens, we'll cook them up, serve them up, and the pods will be a nice garnish. Okay, so like in that movie, a nice Chianti. So anyway, some fava beans. So listen, we're gonna let's take a look at the action from previous parties at Club Piranha, the Wrath of Vegas. Here we go. Do you really want to miss this? Come on now. You've been in the house for over a year. Come on and get some. Here we go. Get your cards out. Some donations. 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 There it is again. I know. I'm so glad I'm not going to miss it. Now, before we get back in here, I want to say something here. First of all, I want to be there. I want to dance with that black girl. And she was putting it down like it was hot, right? Right? So, and the other thing, Dan, tell them about this. We didn't even tell them about the 50% off.
Right. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing.
Wait. Before Dan goes, sorry for butting in. I see all you rock stars that coach with me watching. I went and scrolled through during the thing. I want to see some I donated. I want to see some I donated. Come on now. Come on now. You guys know that all of you know there's many. I always do everything I can to make it easy for people to get what they need. You all know that. And I'm just putting it out there. I ain't trying to blow smoke or toot my own horn. But when somebody needs something, that's different than when somebody wants something. Okay, so when you all tell me, Lauren, I need a break on this, do I not do it? I'm just saying, bless in the manner you want to be blessed. That's it, plain and simple. Can I get an amen? Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, that was
50% off.
50% off, right? So yes, when you go to our website, which is gays in space, 3 A's in gays, 3 A's in space.org. When you go there, you can click on the homepage. It'll open up a page that has every one of our individual events listed. And at the top of that page is a 50% discount on tickets to the convention itself. The 55-year mission convention put on by Creation Entertainment. That's a different thing. We, as Gays in Space, will be hosting panels during that. That's where the celebrities will be signing autographs, taking photos, all of that stuff. Our events our parties and whatnot are separate from that. Mm-hmm. So if you'd like to come both for our events and also the convention, you can get into the convention for 50% off now, just by following the link that we have on our page.
Okay. Where the bell? All right. So, Dan, tell everybody about what Gays in Space does in between there, because you usually have multiple events, not just this one, but because of COVID and whatnot. But what is some of the work you do that people might not otherwise know unless they were to jump in and find out from you? So tell us about that.
Yeah, it's been, obviously COVID forced everyone to kind of change their patterns and, kind of flip the script a little bit on how you get your message out there. Our big thing has always been the fact that we bring people together physically, members of our community, allies to our community, the actors, the celebrities themselves. We bring all of those people together in a safe, fun, there's no stress. Everybody just it's like getting together with friends for drinks. Like, that's really what it is. And so that's what we brought, I felt, to the world. I mean, there are people, let me just use myself as an example. My partner, Rich, I only met because he came to a Gays in Space event. So when you come to Gays in Space events, you could come by yourself. You will leave with a bunch of new friends. That's just what happens. So when COVID hit, we had to, change things up a little. So we started doing virtual celebrations. We did the Zoom thing, and we did, I believe, 30 or so of these Zoom events over the year. I mean, we had big actors, Michael Dorn, who plays Worf. We had him with us, Anthony Rapp, Mary Chifo. We had Blue Del Barrio, who is the first trans non-binary actor to play a trans non-binary character in the series. Blue came to one of our virtual events. And I can say this, I probably shouldn't text it anywhere, but we'll be doing a trans tea mixer on Friday in Vegas. And Blue is coming. But Blue Del Barrio will be coming to our trans tea mixer. So that's going to be great.
This is going to be so much fun.
And there's so much, there is so much happening. One thing I could never, ever be accused of is not having enough different things happening, because I always make sure we have some overlapping events this year. We'll be finishing up hosting Trekkie Feud live on stage while we're beginning our penthouse suite party.
Right.
It's going to be insane.
And talk about the live streaming before you finish too.
Oh, yes.
No, it's so much stuff.
It is. It's like, how do I think I'm going to pull all this together? It's always a miracle when these weeks are finished and you look back and you see all that you were able to somehow pull together. And I think this I think this is going to be the biggest year ever. So yeah, it's very exciting. And we will be so with the virtual celebrations, we also do a Saturday night weekly viewing party for Gays and Spacers, allies, everyone really. We watch an episode of Star Trek, we talk, we chat, we play trivia with each other. And it became it really became a thing. We have a core group now of people who come every Saturday night, and they have said to me that, you know what, Dan, like, this is what has gotten me through being in quarantine. This is knowing that I could look forward to this, knowing that at least for these few hours every Saturday, I'm not alone. And it's people from all over the country. So we are not forgetting those people. You know, it was not going to be a thing where as soon as in real life events came back, suddenly, okay, virtual guys, thanks. But, you know, we're going to go do the other thing, which you probably can't come to because you're in Florida or you're in Seattle or wherever. So to make sure they are not forgotten about, we are going to be doing a virtual brunch with some of the actors on Tuesday. So that way, everybody who can't physically come to the convention, come to the virtual brunch. You'll be able to talk to the actors about what's going on, all that stuff. Also, we're going to be live streaming all of our events here on E360. And I believe you're going to be hosting some of those live streams for us.
Wow.
And
I can't wait. Y'all know it's going to be funny. We're going to have so much fun. We're going to have so much fun. Hey, Dan.
Yes.
What about, let's talk about this real quick. Here's another thing I know you guys are going to be responsible for it one day, having brought closer to the forefront. Just like with gays not being represented in sci-fi and Star Trek and things like that until not so long ago, I'm hoping that this helps make the people that are fighting to be seen that are on the autism spectrum.
Yes.
Say, people, you said you used cancer as a thing. They said, well, cancer will be cured in the 24th century. But you know what? It isn't yet. And how do you know that? And the thing is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every inclusion is inclusion. No one should be left out. If we have a living representative of anything, one, it should be enough for that story to move straight to the front of the line. Can I get an amen? So that's why I loved about what you're doing. I said, I would have never thought about fighting for something now so that it will be in place.
Yeah.
Where they thought we would have been cured.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Come on now. That just really, like you said, there went the breath.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So donate. I want to see it. I put the link, Tracy Randolph. Thank you. I had put the link at the top of the thread, but there's so many comments. I put it in again just now. You'll see it in there. It's a bit.ly link from Bathrobe Moments. Please go ahead and get your donations in. Should I remind them of what they get again, Dan?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think especially mention this was another thing that was really so amazing when Lauren told me that he was donating those personal coaching sessions. Like, that is, some people will say to you, oh, love what you're doing. Good luck. Hope it works out. Or here's, let me throw some money at you. Hope it works out. For you to give not only your support, but your time, and take what you do for a living and give it to someone so that they in turn will give something to us, because that's how much you want to support us. It really, you blow me away. It really means so much to me and to everyone that you're willing to do that for us. And
well, like I said, I get blessed in the manner in which I bless others. And so you give freely, and it's so much easier to say, I received that. When great things come, a lot of people can't believe it's too good to be true. What's the catch? When's the other shoe going to drop? All that. And then they push it away. The law of attraction, it can also be the law of the opposite. You see what I'm saying? So we designed that, but I wanted to say this. The reason it's a no-brainer for me to offer something like that is because if a person is like-minded and they're like, you know what, I'm going to get an in-kind receipt. I'm going to get coaching that would have cost me, around $7,500. If you were in one of my events, you could have got it for $5,000. but they're getting it for 500. It tells me, you know, what I love about that, it gives somebody the opportunity that may not have that kind of money to come. And I don't ever want the blessing to be withheld because of a lack of a routing number or a credit card number or a balance in your checking account. So opportunities like this give me the opportunity to take great to greater. You know, offer an ER so someone who's already strong can be stronger. I know there are people who are dreaming of ways and dreaming up ways and praying for ways to get to where we are. And you know what? Come on, come as you are. So this is an opportunity. We are blessing each other. Modern day Stone Soup story. That's what it is. So anybody out there, if you're trying to get your message to the masses, if you're trying to, you know, find your way, it's about connections and introductions and opportunities. When I coach I have coaching clients here. I said, okay, thank you, Dr. Jan says I donated. Thank you so much. My coaching clients know my motto is you do the work, we provide the stages. So I'm telling you, you may come in for just 10 sessions, but you may end up on the cover of a magazine, because when we do things of service, and my mouth is full of Morningstar Farms vegetarian sausage. When we do things like that, we change the world without even knowing it. I call it the Johnny Appleseed. We throw seeds, and one day you're going to be someone, you go just passing through and you go, look at all those orchards, look at all those vineyards, look at all those vegetable gardens, look at all those flower gardens, anything that can grow from seeds. You'll see them for as far as the eye can see. And what is greater than is going to stand right beside you, whisper right through your spirit and say, guess what? Every one of those are because of you. But I didn't know. That's right, you didn't, because you did it unconditionally. So I want you guys, come on now, you spend 20 bucks on a cup of coffee. Put this in and watch what comes back to you, please. So let's see who else is going to be next. Who's going to be next? Tell us you're donating. Dan, I think we ought to watch the promo one more time.
Okay.
So they can be reminded, because I don't want to hear nothing about, oh man, I wish I would have, wish I could have, should have. Come on and get some while it's hot. And Dan, I just want to remind people of what you said, because that's the thing I'm most excited about, is when two or more of us come together in a like-minded spirit, we do walk away oftentimes with friends for life, and oftentimes beyond, and we don't know about that yet, but I believe it to be true. So what are some of the things that Gays in Space has on their bucket list to accomplish?
Oh, it's yeah, that's such a great question, because before COVID hit, we were poised and had planned to be doing events in Canada, in the UK, and Australia. We had two events that we were going to be doing in Australia before the lockdown happened. So getting back to those, because we want to be able to get to more places. Obviously, we want to spread the word to as many people on the planet as we can. But we also, in being able to do things like this and to raise money, we want to be able to bring our events to smaller towns. You know, like we do stuff in New York and Vegas and LA and all the big cities, and it's amazing. It's wonderful. But I want to go somewhere with Gays in Space where it's not just the choir that we are preaching to. I want to be able to bring what we do to a smaller town that maybe, I mean, I'm not talking like scary, they're going to get you as soon as you walk in the door kind of town.
Right.
But something where you know, there are members of our community who think I'm never going to go to anything like this because they're never going to come here. And, you know, that's yet another way of feeling less than, feeling overlooked. So we want to be able to start reaching out and going to smaller places like that to spread this message and to connect the community. And
Amen.
That's what the virtual events have taught us, is that we were very much focused on the United States because that's where we were doing the events.
Me too.
With the virtual stuff, we have again met people that are now full members of the Gays in Space family and will be forever, and we never would have met them
If not
were
for
it not for lockdown forcing us to embrace the virtual celebrations. So,
Amen.
you know, I believe that I always try everything negative or whatever that happens in life, you have to find the good that can come from it, or the good that did come from it.
That's right.
And that to me is, when I think of the lockdown, yeah, it sucks. It has sucked. Fortunately, I had Rich with me, so I wasn't alone physically, but
And Trixie.
yeah. But what I think about the lockdown is all the new friends I made. It's like, how did I make a ton of new friends without ever walking out of the door? It's
And
like,
good friends.
yes, and real, genuine friends.
Say that.
Oh, it's
Now,
been,
I want to say this because see how things are. See, I told you guys, when two or more come together, things happen. Just mystical, magical, wonderful, wonderful things. Dan, when you say all the conversations we had, I did not know that your Give Back organization was headed to Australia last year and COVID shut it down, just like ours.
oh, wow.
And it's all set. Look at it. There it is. So maybe we can align it so we're there together.
That would be amazing. Yes.
Yes. So
we have to tell everybody about Saturday night. We haven't told them about Saturday night.
Go ahead. Ooh.
Saturday night. Okay, it's the grand finale, the biggest event of the week. It is in a club called Piranha Nightclub. It's a gay nightclub. It has 4 areas of the place. The main dance floor is 2-tiered. So with a stage right there.
Who don't love stage?
It's, oh God. And when you stand on that stage, man, and you look up, it's like Mardi Gras because everybody's all, around the thing and everybody's so excited and it's so great. So we're going to have our incredible musical performers. Of course, are going to come. We have DJ John Joseph is coming, and he is going to DJ the whole night for us. We also
drag queens.
We will have the drag queens. Yep.
You gotta have a drag queen.
You gotta. I think it's in our contract, actually. Must bring fabulous queens.
It is. And if you don't come, I got my friend Thugetta Jackson. There she is. Who will be coming through your town looking and trying to find out. Look, do you want to see her knocking on your door at whenever? So Thugetta. So now.
And then the last thing to mention about Saturday night, we also have someone doing something that even he has never done before. Lauren, do you want to tell everybody about your scheduled appearance on the Gays in Space stage Saturday night?
I would. I feel like I'm serious. It's exciting, but just talking about it here like this, I feel so like almost like I need to whisper, or if I was walking around on my toes. That happens to me when it is one of those life-changing opportunities where greater than is holding me right in the palm of purpose. And I'm gonna tell you guys about my download about this. It's like, what in the world am I gonna do there? And there's things going on. And here's what the download said. Guess what, Lauren? You have 2 things to do when you go to Vegas. And I was like, what is that? The first thing is you must give them something they've never seen. And the second thing is, in order to do number 1, it means you must do something you've never done. And that's what we've been working on. We've already started staging it. And as it is finding its way into me and coming through me, I'm telling you one thing, you don't want to miss it. I'm telling you, you know what? I'm not afraid to say it. I'm going to claim it. I'm going to receive it when it gets here. Here it is. What's going to happen in Vegas for me, and it can be that way for all of us, but what's going to happen in Vegas for me is going to change my world. Not just my life. That's just me. But it's going to change my world. And if you're in my world, that means you too. So get ready, y'all, because here it comes. The thing is, I would have never been the little biceps starting. I'm getting them ready because of a shirt I got. I bought a shirt for one of your parties. Right. Okay, I need to do something. Right. So listen.
Okay, make sure you bring them. Make sure you bring both of them.
I'll bring them. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, too, you guys, if Dan hadn't done what he'd done, and all the people that helped Dan do what he's done, all those twists and turns, you guys, I want you, and I'm going to tell you this. It's a line from the 10-minute piece. I'm going to put one little line out there that came to me. This is the thing. It's a 10-minute thing. But I've seen TED Talks that changed the world in 10 minutes or less. My GAAAYS changed my life in 10 minutes or less. So don't underestimate what 10 minutes can happen, what can happen in there. So I want to say this. I realized, because I pictured exactly what you told me about the tears and the people. And I looked and I said, I never would have imagined myself doing something like this. And I saw all of these shudder scenes of disappointments and rejections and just feeling invisible, and that whisper of kill yourself, do the world a favor, kill yourself. And I said out loud, I said, oh my goodness, I can't wait to look up at all those people and say, every disappointment, everything that ever failed me, everything that ever hurt me, betrayed me, I am grateful for it, because all of it led me right here to you. And so Dan, I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. I'm going to be hosting this weekend with Teresa Griffin at a concert in Chicago honoring 2021 graduates, right? Giving away laptops. There's going to be hundreds of kids from around the hardest hit areas of Chicago crossing the stage, and we get to pour into them. And I'm just so grateful to be able to go, and I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about this experience of them and say, dream. I never dreamed I'd be in a part, but I'm dreaming beyond the stars. So I'm just grateful. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to see some more donations. You guys, let me remind you, $50 donation, and DM me if you've made a donation and which amount, and we're going to cross-reference it with Dan's people, and then we'll get everything out to you. You're going to need your mailing addresses and things like that privately, of course. But a CD, a signed copy of Shift Magazine for $50. $100, same thing, CD, signed copy of the magazine, T-shirt from GAAAYS at Space, and a book bundle, okay, from me. And then $500, you get 2 choices for a $500 donation, 4 tickets for the Power of We Symposium Chicago, not Australia, Chicago in the spring, or 10 one-hour coaching sessions with me for $500. And don't forget, you get your in-kind receipt, and you're also getting the benefit of being able to go over through the GAAAYS at Space portal and get 50% off for everything else that's Star Trek related for the week. So Dan, what else you got? We got about 5 minutes left.
One other thing that I always leave our conversations feeling so buoyed and so just ready for good things to materialize and to happen. And one of the things you said earlier really struck me, because it's the way I look at it, which is when you said you don't want people to be denied an experience simply because of financial hardship, or because they can't whatever. They should have the same ability to have these experiences than others. And Gays in Space has always, yes, when we do our live events, and our live events are ticketed events.
Yes.
And if people, there have been times when someone has said, look, I'm going to be there, but I'm not going to be able to afford that. Could I maybe? There has never been a time when someone has said that to me genuinely that I haven't just given them free entry. We even, like, during the convention, so the convention is at the Rio, the Saturday night party is at Club Piranha. It's a 10-minute drive. Right. We're providing a free shuttle service so that if you're at the Rio, every 20 minutes from 6:30 p.m. through midnight, I believe, every 20 minutes back and forth, totally free.
Wow.
So that way no one has to worry about
Uber and right.
or whatever. And also, there have been times when some of the most valuable things that have come to us have been stories that people have shared with us. And I just want to say to everyone, to everyone who donated, I cannot thank you enough. It's just absolutely amazing. And we are really building something incredible that is becoming, thanks to partnerships with people like Lauren, really phenomenal. So thank you. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for that support. For anybody who's watching who isn't able to financially donate, please drop us a message. If you have a story to tell, if you just want to talk about an experience you've had in life, and it doesn't have to be Star Trek related or sci-fi related. Right. This is about equality for everyone and coming together and learning to understand, respect, and really revere our differences, not tolerate. I don't like when people say tolerance. It's like, you don't need to tolerate me because I'm not doing anything wrong here.
Right.
I
always say, don't go where you're tolerated, go where you're celebrated.
Boom. That is such a better way of saying it. Yes. Yes. So please, I just want to extend that to everyone, because everything helps to build this community more. So you can find us on Facebook. We are at Gays in Space, 3 A's in Gays, 3 A's in Space.
Yes.
On Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Our website, gaysinspace.org. So please feel free to just drop us a message, follow us, whatever. We want more like-minded people to join our community and help us in our continued effort to make sure that no one forgets we're all equal.
Oops, I hit my coffee cup. Sorry, Lucy. Dan, that was awesome. All of you, you're awesome. Let's get this done. 24 hours until, we're going to do it up until midnight tonight, Central Standard Time. Anything that comes in, we're going to honor it. Make sure you get with me, and we'll cross-reference it with the Gays in Space people and get you all your gifts that you have coming. And I cannot wait to see all of you that are joining us. Some I already know, some will be doing it after today. If anybody is taking me up on that coaching one, I can't wait. I've been waiting for you, and I hope you've been looking for me. And so let's do it. As we get out of here, let me tell you why this is the way it is, that Dan can say what he says. And certain times throughout this show today, you've heard something that made your spirit feel as if something picked you up by your toenails and dipped you in Freon. That's confirmation from what is greater than you. And what is greater than us is everything that has a life force that can do something we can't. So, and that's all of us. Dan can do things that I can't. I can do things that you can't. So on and so forth. A butterfly. I don't have wings yet, but I'm going to act like I do, because I tell you what, here's the deal. Everything that has a life force does something naturally that it means. Find what is important to you, something you can do consistently that you mean, because that is the only way that it can become meaningful for the world and help you find your way right into the annals of history. Take that with you today. I'll see you again Monday. And Dan, God bless you. Thank you for all you're doing and your team and all the wonderful supporters, as well as all of you. The promise has been fulfilled yet again, where something wonderful was promised to us just because we came, we saw, and we promised to do better. Take that with you. Get out and be the blessed thing, the gift that you'd like to receive or see in the world. Dan DEEVY, loving you, man. I'll be talking with you shortly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you all for all your help, all your love, and all your donations. I'll see you Monday out on the front porch for our next episode of Bathrobe Moments. Have a great weekend.